You are running way too fast on your recovery days because your ego is far too fragile to handle a slow pace on Strava. There, I said it. It is that uncomfortable truth you choose to ignore every single time you lace up your shoes. That thin line between training to progress and training to massage your own pride in front of a bunch of strangers online. If that made you uncomfortable, good. It means we hit the exact nerve we needed to touch. And if you want to stop getting injured and finally smash your personal records, you will want to listen to every single second of what I have to say today. Before we tear apart everything you think you know about running, do yourself a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel right now, drop a like on this video, and comment down below where you are watching from, because I absolutely love seeing how far our running community reaches. Share this with that workout partner of yours, who is also constantly dealing with nagging injuries, and if you are truly serious about your growth and want to help keep this channel alive, become a channel member through the link I left right there in the pinned comment. The massive lie they sell you every single day on your social media feed is that hammering every single run is the only path to glory. You wake up at 5 in the morning, chug a bitter cup of coffee, put on your $300 super shoes, and walk out the door with a gladiator mindset, determined to crush every single mile as if tomorrow does not exist. The problem is that tomorrow does exist, and it usually arrives with shin splints, a tight Achilles tendon, and deep frustration because your race times are completely stagnant. You enter an endless loop of exhaustion, thinking the solution to your lack of results is simply throwing more intensity at the system, when in reality, you are just digging your own overtraining grave. We have been conditioned to believe that extreme suffering equals progress, but human physiology does not care about your willpower or cheap motivational quotes pasted over a silhouette photo at sunset. There is a mathematical and biological secret behind true speed, something Olympic athletes guard with their lives, but most amateur runners refuse to accept because it requires something way harder than physical effort. It requires humility. Think of your body as a high-performance engine that needs quality fuel and, above all, smart engineering, so it does not explode the first time you actually step on the gas. When you force the pace on a day that should be pure recovery, you are not creating beneficial cardiovascular adaptations. You are just accumulating metabolic waste and destroying muscle fibers that were already begging for mercy. True speed gains do not happen while you are panting heavily on the pavement, but during the invisible hours when your body rebuilds that damaged tissue, making it stronger than it was before. Yet you prefer to look down at your watch and see numbers that impress other people, sacrificing your long-term future for 5 seconds of digital validation on someone else's screen. In a moment, I am going to show you the exact calculation elite coaches use to define the pace that builds unbreakable endurance. But first, you need to understand the hidden price you are paying for this daily stubbornness. This stubbornness masquerades as dedication, and that is exactly where the danger lies, because it is incredibly easy to justify a mistake when it comes wrapped in sweat and exhaustion. You finish your run completely spent, legs heavy, and you tell yourself that you did the work, that you pushed your limits, and that the universe will somehow reward your deliberate self-flagellation. Except sports do not operate on karma or divine justice. They operate on stimulus and adaptive response. If your stimulus is constantly focused on that gray zone of intensity, that pace that is neither fast enough to develop raw speed nor slow enough to build your aerobic base, you simply become an expert at being mediocre. You turn into that runner who can hold a moderately uncomfortable pace for a decent amount of time, but can never shift gears when the race demands it, or maintain consistency for weeks on end without needing a forced break due to injury. To break this destructive pattern and start harvesting the results you actually earn, the practical solution does not involve complex spreadsheets with laboratory equations or buying the latest tech gadget. The action plan is ridiculously simple and, at the same time, psychologically brutal. Split your training volume with a hard, non-negotiable line where 80% of your weekly mileage is done at a pace where you can comfortably hold a full conversation out loud without hesitating between words. If you cannot speak a full sentence about what you ate for dinner last night without desperately gasping for air, you are running too fast, period. When you truly slow down on those specific days, your mitochondrial density explodes, your capillary network expands, and your mechanical efficiency improves drastically, allowing your heart to pump more blood with fewer beats per minute. This creates an absurdly massive base of support so that when the day comes for the remaining 20%, the track intervals, the tempo runs, the actual speed, your body is so rested and responsive that you will fly without feeling like you are on the verge of a medical emergency. The massive breakthrough, the real aha moment that separates the eternally injured from the runners who improve year after year, happens when you realize that temporary slowness is actually the hidden foundation of sustainable speed. The second you leave your ego in a drawer along with everyone else's expectations and start viewing every single slow run as a strategic, deliberate investment in your future performance, running stops being a daily punishment and becomes an exact science of constant growth. You start dominating your body instead of being a slave to random numbers on a GPS watch, discovering that absolute control over your pace is the ultimate demonstration of power an athlete can show. All of this perspective brings us to an even deeper level of mechanical and mental honesty that you need to master immediately if you want to stop running in circles. After all, the sooner you accept this, the better you will run. Do not miss the next video where I will break down exactly how this acceptance will transform your mechanics and your times permanently. And make sure to subscribe to the channel right now so you do not miss it.